The year is 2025. Donald J. Trump once again occupies the Oval Office. His second act promises a return to the policies that defined his first term, a hardline stance on immigration, a reshaping of the federal workforce, and an aggressive approach to trade. Trump's return has been met with a mixture of anticipation and apprehension, setting the stage for a tumultuous year in American politics. From day one, Trump has moved swiftly to implement his agenda, signing a flurry of executive orders that have sent shockwaves through Washington and beyond. His actions have reignited old battles, sparking fierce debate over the direction of the country. As the world watches, Trump seems determined to leave an indelible mark on his second term. But in a deeply divided nation, the question remains, will his bold moves unite or further polarize the American people? Trump's vision for the federal workforce is one of efficiency, loyalty, and a return to traditional work models. One of his first acts was to dismantle programs that promoted diversity and inclusion within government agencies. This move was met with immediate backlash from advocacy groups, who accused the administration of rolling back progress made in recent years. The elimination of federal telework programs, a hallmark of the post-pandemic era, signaled a return to pre-COVID-19 norms. Trump argued that this move was necessary to restore accountability and productivity, but critics saw it as an attempt to exert greater control over government employees. Adding fuel to the fire, Trump imposed a hiring freeze across the federal government, citing the need to reduce spending and shrink the bureaucracy. This decision, however, has raised concerns about staffing shortages and their potential impact on essential services. The stage is set for a protracted battle over the size, scope, and composition of the federal workforce. Immigration, a defining issue of Trump's political career, has once again taken center stage. Emboldened by his return to power, Trump has doubled down on his hardline approach, signing a series of executive orders that have sent shockwaves through immigrant communities and reignited the debate over America's borders. One of the most controversial measures was the reinstatement of the Remain in Mexico policy, which forces asylum seekers to wait in dangerous conditions in Mexico while their cases are processed in U.S. courts. This policy, widely condemned by human rights groups, has left thousands stranded in precarious situations, vulnerable to exploitation and violence. Trump's decision to declare a national emergency at the border, allowing him to divert funds from other government programs to build his long-promised wall, has further inflamed tensions. Critics argue that this move is a blatant power grab, undermining the rule of law and setting a dangerous precedent. As the crackdown intensifies, the nation grapples with the human cost of Trump's immigration agenda. In a move that has ignited a firestorm of controversy, President Trump has issued a wave of pardons, granting clemency to a diverse group of individuals, including political allies, convicted criminals, and figures at the heart of some of his administration's most contentious chapters. This act of presidential power, while legal, has raised profound questions about accountability, the rule of law, and the very nature of justice. Among the most polarizing pardons was that of over 1,000 individuals convicted in connection with the January 6th Capitol attack. This decision, defended by the White House as an act of compassion and a step towards national healing, has been met with outrage by those who view it as a dangerous affront to democracy. Adding to the controversy was the pardon of Ross Ulbricht, the founder of the Silk Road, a now defunct online marketplace that facilitated the sale of illegal drugs. The pardon, reportedly granted at the urging of Elon Musk, a vocal advocate for Ulbricht's release, has fueled accusations that Trump is using his power to reward loyalty and advance personal agendas. Section 5. Trade wars rekindled. Trump's tariff plans send ripples through markets. President Trump, a staunch believer in protectionist trade policies, has signaled his intention to reimpose tariffs, primarily targeting China, in a move that has sent shockwaves through global markets and raised fears of a renewed trade war between the world's two largest economies. Trump's rationale for the tariffs remains consistent with his previous stance: to protect American jobs and industries from what he perceives as unfair competition. He argues that these tariffs are essential to rebalancing trade imbalances and bringing back manufacturing jobs to the United States. However, Critics warn that tariffs are a blunt instrument that could backfire, leading to higher prices for consumers, retaliation from trading partners, and ultimately, harm to the U.S. economy. The stock market, a barometer of investor sentiment, has reacted nervously to the news, with the dollar slipping to a 2-week low as uncertainty grips global trade. Section 6. Musk in the White House, a tech titan's unprecedented access. Elon Musk, the enigmatic CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, has emerged as a powerful figure in Trump's Washington, enjoying a level of access and influence rarely afforded to individuals outside the realm of government. Musk's presence in the White House, while ostensibly tied to his role as an advisor on technology and innovation, has raised eyebrows and fueled speculation about his true level of influence. Musk's all-access blue badge, a symbol of his privileged status, grants him entry to the most exclusive corridors of power, including the West Wing. He has been spotted in the Oval Office on multiple occasions, often in the company of President Trump himself. Musk's presence at the pardon ceremony for Ross Ulbricht, a decision he reportedly lobbied for, further underscores his unique standing within the Trump administration. As Musk's influence grows, so too do questions about the nature of his relationship with the president and the potential implications for both policy and the tech industry as a whole. Section 7. A glimmer of hope, bipartisan whispers amidst the tumult. Amidst the partisan rancor and policy battles that have come to define the early days of Trump's second term, a faint glimmer of hope has emerged on the issue of immigration. A small group of lawmakers from both sides of the aisle have begun tentative talks, exploring the possibility of bipartisan immigration reform. These discussions, while still in their infancy, represent a rare instance of cross-party cooperation in an increasingly polarized political climate. The lawmakers involved acknowledge the long and arduous road ahead, but they remain cautiously optimistic that common ground can be found. The path to comprehensive immigration reform is fraught with obstacles, not least of which is President Trump's own hardline stance on the issue. However, the willingness of some lawmakers to engage in dialogue, however fragile, offers a flicker of hope that a more humane and workable solution might yet be within reach. Section 8. The road ahead. Uncertainty and opportunity define Trump's 2025. As President Trump's second term unfolds, the path ahead is paved with both uncertainty and opportunity. His bold moves on immigration, the federal workforce and trade have set the stage for a series of high-stakes battles that will shape the direction of the country for years to come. The outcome of these battles remains uncertain. Will Trump's aggressive policies ultimately succeed in achieving their stated goals, or will they further divide the nation and erode America's standing in the world? Only time will tell what the ultimate legacy of Trump's second act will be. But one thing is certain. The year 2025 promises to be a pivotal chapter in the ongoing saga of American politics. Section 9. Conclusion. A nation in flux. The early days of President Trump's second term have been marked by a flurry of activity, as he has moved swiftly to implement his agenda on a range of issues. His actions have been met with a mix of support and opposition, reflecting